Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here and we're off for potentially the finale of Spyro 2 RIPTO'S Rage / Gateway to Glimmer Reignited. In the last episode, we've collected the rest of the gems in the Winter Tundra, even needing to open up the doorway to RIPTO'S arena in order to get the final ones. Smash the final rock that I stupidly missed for our trophy of the Winter Tundra, and we completed the entirety of Metropolis except for a trophy. As I've already mentioned many a time, which seems to be a running thing for pretty much all the Spyro Reignited versions of the games on PS4 and Xbox One, currently. Don't know if it's coming for other systems yet. Is that for all the trophies, we'll be doing in a bonus episode if I miss any of them along the way, because they are Reignited exclusives, and whatever I miss is because I didn't get them, or it's because it's not what you would normally do, and I didn't want to go out of my way for them because they're not part of the main game. We have all 64 orbs. We have all 10,000 gems, even though our actual totals say otherwise. 5,900, because we had to spend it all on money bags. And we have all 14 talismans, which is how we got into the Winter Tundra in the first place. We are 100% at this point, even though the game says 96%. Why? Because we haven't had our vacation yet, and RIPTO'S still around. Let's go kick his butt.
Alright, Spyro. Now that you've got the orbs, RIPTO'S demise is only moments away, right? Right? Well, anyway, good luck. He's right through this door.
Thank you, Alora. Even though you said that in the last episode, I didn't expect you to repeat yourself.
Yeah.
Oh dear. He's got test subjects.
Come back here, you useless animals!
Hey, Shorty, maybe I can help.
What? You again?
Yep. If you want to test that power crystal, why don't you try it on me? I'll stand still, I promise.
I like that idea. Dragon, you've just sealed your fate.
But we're not going to stand still, you should already know that. That image, though, is badass. I love that. The shading is amazing. We do have a trophy, which I'll try to access quick. And, well, the screen will go black anyway, because I did it in the loading screen. RGB, use all 3 types of power-ups in RIPTO'S arena. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to show them off I'm going to show all them off anyway, because I actually want to talk about them all.
Spyro, we want to help you fight RIPTO. Elora is using the orbs you collected to store power-up energy. Hunter will throw the powered-up orbs to you as they become ready. Even as we speak, the professor is experimenting with new forms of power-up energy, so you'll soon have abilities that no one has ever seen before.
And no, that is what the trophy is on about, and what I wanted to talk about, which I was just about to say until Zoe cut me off, so that may have been a little bit awkward for commentary purposes. I'm just going to stand here for a moment and not move at all. He's not doing anything. I never knew this, but the fight only begins when you move. I can just sit here and let Hunter do his thing, and RIPTO won't even go for the orbs. Yeah, apparently this is what the orbs are actually for. You got to grab 3 of them, which are on the HUD right now. And obviously his energy bar looks a little bit different, like the Ox. But yeah, we both have 3 orb slots transparent under us. Once we grab 3, the last colour that we grab of 3 will be our power-up to use temporarily against each other. The thing is, he can still hurt you, even without all power, but he will primarily attack you only with all power. You can only hurt him with all power. And yes, fodder can drop as well. Also, since I can take a moment here, skill points, you do have to perfect RIPTO. That sounds a little bit difficult. We will try it, but I won't guarantee we're going to get it. Also, we do need to go back for Gulp at some point. I do realise that we're still missing a couple of skill points here. We've got all of them in the first page, though, so we don't need to worry about that. It's just the bosses. But with that, I think we need to start instigating the battle by actually moving. I mean, the reason why I never knew that is because I always started the fight with actually moving, and I just danked you, so screw you, buddy. And he got mad, so he started firing a couple of shots at me. So we got green, we got red, and we got blue. 3 different colours of orbs. Well, these are supposed to be the orbs that we grabbed. When you get green, you basically have infinite spits. Infinite spit balls. When you get blue, you get supercharge. When you get red, you get super flame. Super flame is obviously the best one, so you want to try and make sure that you get the red one. By the way, he's got green now, so he's going to do a spread shot. Well, actually, I say that, it's more like a green flamethrower, because... Hunter, stop dropping them next to him, that's not helpful to me. I swear he's trying to kill me. The problem is, I'm charging around, I can't actually see where all the orbs are. He's got red, so he'll do some shockwaves. I forget what he does when he gets blue. I think it's a beam of energy. But yeah, he has normal super flame as his default attack, effectively, or the equivalent. Now we got supercharge. Where is he? He actually runs away when you're doing this. But yeah, there is a limited amount of like time you have for the attacks, and each attack does different amounts of damage. So keep that in mind. And I haven't actually been hit yet, which is actually really cool. And I want him grabbing that. I want that myself. Grab that! Jeez, I'm pretty sure I should have got hit there. The problem is the camera won't stay locked onto him when I'm running away, which is really annoying. Because I'm actually used to that in the original. That is one thing that I will complain about. That's like the worst attack. I can't hit him with it. So yeah, I don't really want to get green. But I have used all 3 power-ups. I'm just a bit surprised that, you know, maybe I've got to hit him with all 3 power-ups. Oh yeah, he gets an electrical shield when he gets blue. Oh no, I have got all... I didn't get the super flame, that was the problem. But yeah. Oh, nice. But yeah, that's... Now I actually got the trophy, so yeah. I forgot I didn't show super flame, but we already saw super flame in the gameplay anyway. You can cinch his cape, but it doesn't do any damage. Your normal flame's not going to actually do damage to him, it's just going to stun him. So if you do need the extra breathing room, stunning him is actually quite helpful. So yeah, we just got to keep this up. And I'm doing surprisingly well, considering the amount of times I haven't been able to actually see him on screen all the time, and with my near misses, I haven't taken a hit yet, so I'm quite surprised. I keep forgetting I have a power-up. Yeah, I should know that, because Spyro's design changes, which in the original, you just, you know, had the power-up meter, and that was your only indicator with a slight different hue from Spyro. This is probably the worst one that he can get, because it covers the whole bloody stage. There we go. It was bound to happen at some point. It's bound to happen. I'm not too bothered on missing out on the skill point for now. We can come back later. It's not a problem. You'll see why. Because even though this video is probably going to be massive long, it's mainly because of the credits. And we already know that because the credits are exactly the same from Spyro 1, but the same Spyro 1 as Spyro 2. So I will be showing the credits for those who are interested. Obviously, I'll put in a little skip option for you guys that are not interested. I don't want to grab that. He can have that. I do not like the green. And since I've got the trophy, I don't need to show it off anymore. I've now got supercharge. He actually grabbed that, you cheeky bugger. Where'd you go? I did a 360 with the camera. I couldn't see him. I blame motion blur. I always have to blame one of 2 things. It's either motion... What am I doing? It's either motion blur or momentum-based physics. It's like... Either the momentum or the... It's ridiculous. It's just momentum or... That was actually a good idea. I'm getting tongue-tied now because I'm trying to focus at the same time. Oh, I have to spit again. This ain't useful. Can I do this? Can I do this? No. Oh, I actually got him! I got him with the shockwave! That's sweet! Hunter, you don't need to drop anymore. That's actually not going to help. Because now we got a second phase, which is why I wasn't actually that bothered on getting hit. Because now he leads his shots riding a robotic spike. And yes, you do need to grab the orb still in order to damage him. He now has new abilities if he grabs 3 orbs, which is a problem. And you might just want to grab any old orb so he can't. And I did not realise I whacked a critter there, but that's not actually a problem in this case. Jumping seems to be actually pretty good to dodge there. Oh god, he's got green. What's he doing now? Lasers! Just jump over them. There we are. Let's keep this going. Let's see what else he can do if he gets other colours. I might actually wait that out. I'm not totally sure. He's camping on that red orb. How can I get... No, I'm just going to go for it. You smegger. No, give me that. No, give me. It's mine. It's mine. No! Give me that. This is cheating. I got it. You're going to camp on that orb and not get it yourself. Screw you, boy. Yeah, the Super Flame is definitely the best attack to use in any situation because you could just face him and spam it. The basic, the most basic of all the power-ups is the best power-up. Definitely the best one to get in any regard. What's he do with the red? Let's see. What's he do with red? He's probably just going to shoot a bunch of Super Flames at us. Or a flamethrower. No, he sends a fire dragon at us. I did not remember what he did with that. Thankfully, it only hits once, so we don't need to worry about that. For a second now, I thought he actually killed that fodder. I would have missed out then. Nope. That's mine, sneaky bugger. I don't actually want green, but he is a bigger target, so it might actually be worth. And that didn't hit me? I'm surprised. I guess if you're right in front of him, green helps as well, but red's do better because you can hit Ripto with it a lot easier. Oh no! Ganked! Sneaky. See, Hunter, I'm using the techniques I used on you, and it's working well. Nom! Right. We're getting there. We need a bit more health, if possible. Oh, wow, I do need health now. Hunter, can you drop a... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Please don't. Drop something so he can stop firing at me! And we got... And then you drop fodder. You sneaky bastard. You know what that means? We gotta do the whole boss again! There's no checkpoints throughout the entirety of the battle. We gotta fight Ripto solo again. And we gotta get back to Robotic Gulp. So, yeah, funny how he makes a Robotic Gulp and not a Robotic Crush, I guess. Gulp... pets are always loyal, and you're loyal to them, so I guess Gulp would get the shine. Plus, Gulp was more lovable anyway. Speaking of which, we need to get back to him, so I'm gonna actually cut. Give me a bit. Okay, I've got back to the Gulp side of the battle, and I guess I'll show this off at the beginning in case if, you know, he actually gets more blues. I'll finish this off with grabbing a blue anyway, because there's actually something else I need to mention that you may have noticed during the battle. Every time that, you know, the enemy actually grabs power-ups, I'm actually going to die here. Grab those two butterflies, it's happening again with Gulp. I kill fodder, I don't get the butterflies. Why'd that have to happen again right there with both fodder? Right next to each other. And I was even quite close to them when they popped out. It was ridiculous. But anyway, what I was trying to say was, when they actually do get a usable power-up, or well, like 3 orbs in one, they have to move into the middle of the map before they can actually use it. So if you can, like, keep stunning them, they'll never be able to actually use their attack. So keep that in mind if you are struggling. The problem is, with these fire orbs, I just need to, you know, remember to jump. Can I please have the butterfly when I actually flame the things, please? I shouldn't have to keep running away. So he's got the red right now. That's another flamethrower right there. Oh! He hurt himself! What? Did he actually just do that? I made him face the complete opposite way from me, so that when he launched his red attack, it actually hurt himself. Are you serious? I did not know you could do that. That's amazing. I just learned something new. Wow. Okay. We need to see what he can do with blue. So, Hunter, you didn't drop a blue. That annoys me. Gank. No, he actually sat on it. That's fair. We already know what you can do with green and red. I need to see what you can do with blue. I thought I was actually good on dodging that, but apparently if he just hits me once, it's enough to cut out the power. I need this. That's mine. Nom. You sneaky bugger! You hit me with that. I've got no health. Give me that. Nope. Nope. I need to get to that sheep. Nope. Oh boy. Gimme! Nope. I've got to run back to it because the game's being weird. I don't like that. Hunter, drop more orbs, please. Yeah, okay. No, that's a blue. I want that blue myself. I mean, if you're going to at least drop a blue, drop it when he's... Don't drop it on him! That's cheating! Hunter! You're not helping when you do that. Jesus. At least drop a blue so I can see what he does when he uses blues. I forget what he actually does because he doesn't do it often. I'm dead anyway. Didn't happen. Ugh. I will say, this is an epic battle with a decent length. It's just a little bit annoying if you just get comboed like that. That is the one thing I will complain about. Oh, we're getting to see what he does with the blue. I just got back to this mode. Okay, what does he do with the blue? I believe it's a laser. No, he just does a barrage of attacks of his usual attack that he used to do. And it keeps on going while he moves. Okay, don't let him have the blue, even though he doesn't do it that often. That's why I don't remember that attack. Because it's actually quite similar. Actually, can I hit him before he hits me? I don't know how I didn't get hit there, but I still got hit anyway, apparently. That sucks. Nope. That's actually quite annoying. You need to get... I jumped! You sneaky bugger! Give me the health, you... I was about to say sneaky bugger again. I need more colourful commentary than that. If you're the kind for colourful commentary. Would you stop camping on them? That's not fair! And he got the blue again. I don't believe it. When I say that he only gets the blue, he gets it twice in a row. I don't even know where's safe right now. No, that's mine. Sneaky bugger. Spam! Right in your face. Back up, boy. It's almost done. Wow, I recovered that pretty quick. I need a bit more health, though. I would like a little bit more health before I go to the next round, but I also need to, you know, live to actually get that far. Please don't drop it next to him. Why do you drop it next to him, Hunter? That's not helpful. Now I've got, like, no health again, so if he does hit me, I'm dead. No! I was heading for the fodder, you sneaky bastard! No. Why is the fodder next to him? No, there's two fodder. Give me one of them, please. I got a one-up. It doesn't help that Hunter keeps putting the orbs right next to him while he's firing. Just like that! How am I supposed to deal with that? Hunter, you're supposed to help me, not him! Why do I get the feeling you're secretly working for him? Did he pay you? Seems like something that many bags would do to get professional help. Oh my god, he ganked me. I'll gank you back, you sneaky arsehole. You're just a sneak. That's all you are, because that's what I keep using. I keep using the term sneak. So that's what you are, a sneak. Nope. Nope. Bloody hell. I'll just keep jumping. Right, get him before he fires. Keep firing. There we are. Right, give me that, because I don't actually want him to get another one. Nope. I don't know how I dodged that one. I'm going to take it. I need that fodder. I need that fodder. No, I flamed the fodder before I got hit, and it still not gives it to me unless I walk back for it. That's annoying. I'm raising my voice because it's just getting ridiculous, and how many times I have to keep walking back into danger after avoiding danger trying to get the fodder in order to get... I'm not even flaming the fodder. Flame the fodder! What the flip? I kept running around the damn thing. That was not necessary. Ouch. And you still didn't grab the health. That was such a mess. And I'm still grabbing health because that's all he's dropping. And again, I had to walk back. Shouldn't have to do that. Why do I have to do that? That is stupid and dumb. That was just unfair. Get wrecked. I don't have enough power. Dang. If I could have just got one more shot off, that would have been it. And now he's got the green. Oh, boy. Can you just drop one more item quickly so I can knock him out of it? Please. Please. Hunter, you bastard. Now you drop something. There we go, finally. We're not done yet. That was only phase 2. There's still another phase. And for some reason, all the orbs that have dropped are now supercharged. And not supercharged. Super flight and super flame. It's pretty much all the powers in one, but whatever. And now we just got a sky battle. But thankfully we are fully healed for this section of the battle because Sparks is yellow yet again. All we got to do is pretty much shoot him without getting shot ourselves. And yes, if you have taken... Oh boy. If you have taken damage already, then yeah, you're just going to have to dodge attacks. And... Well, if you've taken damage already, then you're not going to get perfect. But this can still be the hardest point because it's just literally trying to shoot him down and that's it without getting shot yourself. And right now I can't see him at all and I keep turning. Pretty sure, yeah, it was the motion. He was blurring it. Literally blending in because of the blur. I was about to say blurring in because of the blend. I guess that would make sense considering my slowing of the speech. And how did he hit me from that angle? Seriously, I don't want to die here. I honestly do not want to die here. Because if I die here, I've got to do the whole thing again, and I don't want to do that. Just hit him. I didn't hit him a single time there. He's riding like a robot pterodactyl, I think. Can't really tell. I'm not able to form sentences because I really don't want to fail. Did he just fly outside the arena? How's that fair? Where is he? He is being a sneaky bastard. I could not see him. Did I hit him? I couldn't tell. My god, I saw that green thing sparkle for a split second on the screen. He is flying out of the arena. That's cheating, my boy. I can't hit you from there. Invisible walls? I'm pretty sure. Oh my god. Those green shots are really scaring me. I've got no hits. I can't take anything. I don't want to do this again. Got him. Burn in hell. That took longer than it usually does for me, I will say, but Hunter was screwing me over by keep putting the orbs next to him. So he kept getting the attacks, and I couldn't actually do anything. And for whatever reason, the power gem in the guidebook that are not compatible somehow changed flags as well. Don't question it.
Hey!
I don't think we could ever thank you enough, Spyro. I suppose you have to go now?
Yeah, I better. They'll be missing me in the Dragon Worlds, and I've still got a vacation to take. I need it more than ever now.
Before you go, I think that Moneybags has something he wants to give you.
I most certainly do not.
Hunter?
Finally, Hunter, you're doing something helpful.
Spyro, Moneybags is very sorry that he made you pay so much on your way through Avalar. We want you to keep the gems as a reward for helping us.
Wow, thanks. Sparks, can you grab them?
Let me just type in the new coordinates and there. Spyro, you can now go to Dragon Shores.
Hey, why don't you guys come with me? I bet you could use a holiday.
I'm afraid we can't, Spyro. Ripto may be gone, but he caused a lot of damage during his short stay. We'll be cleaning up for weeks. Just remember, though, that you can always get back to Avalar from Dragon Shores if you want to visit.
Well, okay. Come on, Sparks. We got a lot of vacation to catch up on.
Yeah.
Well, don't blame me on that, but hopefully Sparks did actually grab the gems, because if he didn't, we'll be having words. And that is the end of Spyro 2 RIPTO'S Rage / Gateway to Glimmer Reignited. As I've said already, during Spyro 1, the credits are pretty much exactly the same. In fact, the images aren't even changed from Spyro 1 in the credits. So it shows all the dragons from Spyro 1 and nothing else. A little bit of laziness there, I will admit. Because, as I said in Spyro 1 as well, just like with Spyro 2, it shows pretty much a pass-through of all the worlds that we went through in, well, the game that we played. In this case, it'll be Avalar. In the first game's case, it'll be the Dragon Realms. So, yeah, we don't get a pass-through like that. We just get the same artwork, concept styles that we got from Spyro 1. And yes, the credits are 20 minutes long, so if you want to skip them, please click the time code in the description below to skip that, so we can continue on with the video. And that's why the video is mega long, because the credits are that long, and I want to show them in its entirety at least once, because that's what I like to do with 100% walkthrough of any, well, a let's play of any game, effectively, because this gives me my chance to give my thoughts, but it goes even longer than that, because they decided to fuse 3 credit sequences into one, so yeah. And there's a lot of people that worked on this, as I mentioned before. But yes, what do you mean tidy up the damage that Ripto caused? The only problem that he pretty much caused was in the homeworlds of Avalar. And that was only 3 of them. He didn't really do anything in any world, really. I mean, if we really want to stretch things, he could have helped out the Warlocks because of, with his new scepter maybe and whatnot. Causing problems there in Cloudy Temple. He may have started the war between the Breeze Builders and the Landblubbers, maybe. But they all seem to have their own internal conflicts with their own enemies most of the time, except for, you know, Scorch, where we were the bad guy. But at least it weren't the whole game this time, where we pretty much slagged off Nasty Nork and he understandably got mad. But there you go. RIPTO'S Rage does sound like a more accurate name, because, you know, the main bad guy is Ripto, and the main characters keep building him up in cutscenes. And that final boss definitely was a challenge. A little bit more of a challenge than I normally have with him, but you can get unlucky with, like, how there is a bit of a randomness factor to it due to what kind of orb you pick up last. because you don't want, you know, Ripto to get them, and it also depends on how random that Hunter drops fodder in comparison to orbs, or where he even drops them. But, again, Reignited exclusive shit, like, I flame fodder to get health, but I'm running away in order to dodge. I should just get the butterfly immediately, and Spark should be doing his job. For whatever reason, I have to always run back into the face of danger, just to get my health back, and still try to come out unscathed in order to actually gain the health that I went for in the first place. So I have to make 2 trips just to get the health that I originally went for, and yet the game just refuses to give it to me. And I don't understand why that is a thing. It's happened too often in both games so far. It's definitely something that's part of the main build. I know that it seems like I keep slagging off the, that's probably too strong a word. I know I keep pointing out the bad points that we've been noticing during the Reignited version, because obviously that's the version I'm playing, it's the HD version, it's the latest version, it's got additional content, etc, etc, etc. But it's a remake of an old game on the PS1 that did not have those problems. And if they did not make the physics momentum based, some of those things wouldn't have happened. And other things just feel like they just should be fixed at this point. We still haven't had a patch since the original release, and I know it's taken me longer than usual to get through these games. I do apologise for that. It's just life and such just getting in the way, as well as, you know, having a lot more other ideas, which is probably like pushing me back as well, because I've been just doing these projects singly for now. But I did promise when this came out, the whole collection, the whole trilogy came out, I wanted to do all 3 games at once, because I've been itching to play these games for ages. Give my thoughts and feelings on the games like I normally do, because they are really great games. And once again, I praise the graphical quality, I praise the tightness of the controls to a point, because once it comes to flying, swimming, or charging, the momentum-based physics really show their jankiness, and it messes up jumps and treetops like in Spyro 1, and in this case, again, I can't turn right, but it's mostly a problem in the speedways, because flying is really much more necessary to perfect because of the skill points. Thankfully, Spyro 3 doesn't actually have skill points in the speedways, but they actually have a lot more to do. They seem to put more content in the speedways throughout each game, so that's cool, I guess. But yeah, that's another thing. And as I said, we're not done yet, because after the credit sequence, we've still got Dragon Shores to do. That's not that we, like every other Spyro game, we do have a bit of an after game. I mean, I say every Spyro game, we've only done Spyro 1, but that did have Nasty's loot. So we do have Dragon Shores to do still, so if you're still listening, stick around for that. And of course, I think this was also the, well, I died a lot less in this adventure, I will say that, but that's probably because I wasn't getting used to, you know, the momentum-based physics, except for when it came to the flight level, but you don't die in those, which is very helpful. Plus, I probably played Spyro 2 and Spyro 3 a lot more than Spyro 1, because I didn't actually get Spyro 1 until... Actually, Spyro 1 was actually the last of the trilogy that I got, because I had Spyro 3, then I got Spyro 2, and then I got Spyro 1. I basically got the trilogy backwards, so I played Spyro 3 before 2 and 1. And I'm a lot used to Spyro 2 than 3, because I played 2 a lot more because I don't know, it's... I guess I was just like... Because it just felt shorter to me, because there's not as many hub worlds, even though one of the hub worlds are mega long. But yeah, that's just a thing, like, you know, I just want to talk about in terms of, like, what I've experienced before with this series. So, yeah. Another thing is that I have gone back before to Spyro 2 originally, like during this project. I did go back to Spyro 2 on the PS1, not through the PlayStation Network version. I actually do have the discs, but I played it for my PS3 for, you know, higher quality and whatnot, through HDMI instead of through composite with a PS2 or PS1. In order to show off that one bit with Zephyr, and that was like the only bit that I actually showed in comparison. But it still shows you, like, with that direct comparison, as well as like we're talking about, like, the levels that were used for the title screens. While in the Reignited version, you only just have just a title screen and that's it, just a splash screen and that's it. It's just like in the originals, you had like this whole, like, animated in an actual world that existed in the game, and it's... Well, except for Spyro 1, but it was still based off of Magic Crafters, but you get what I mean, it's because of the aesthetic. But they still had, like, the intro itself, the title screen had a place, like with Skillo's Badlands. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And as I've already mentioned many a time, which we will actually talk about when we actually get into Dragon Shores, we've still got a couple of trophies to go back for, but we also have a few trophies that we don't have yet, which are actually tied to Dragon Shores. And of course, we're also missing a couple of skill points, which will be made a lot easier once we actually get to Dragon Shores. So, we'll be able to deal with that as well. There's also a few other things that I need to talk about, as I said before, at the end of Spyro 1. Once we finish the trilogy, we'll be talking about all the pre-order exclusive stuff that you get, mostly covering the PS4, since obviously that's what I have. I don't have an Xbox One, but I would assume that if the Xbox One has a similar feature, they would have that sort of content available. I would hope so anyway, and they are most of them are pre-order bonuses, which, as I said, I pre-ordered the entire trilogy on PS4, so... Yeah, but because only one game's on the disc, it just made more sense to download the whole thing. Yes, it costs £5 more, but, you know, I get all the other bonus stuff, which kind of justified the £5. And not only that, during the... Well, I don't know when it came out, but during the recording of this particular project, well, this particular game in general, another theme turned up, which is basically just, you know, the splash loading screen before the title screen actually shows up, but animated, and it's a theme called Fiery Burn or something. And yeah, we'll be showing that off as well, and I'll probably be using that as my border, so that when we actually do go to like the PSN menu, or when I show them off, you'll see that as well. So yeah, there's like 3 based off of Spyro 1, 1 based off of Spyro 2, 1 based off Spyro 3, and then you have another one which is just the whole Reignited trilogy in general, which isn't part of the pre-order. The other 5 are pre-order bonuses. This particular one that came out afterwards isn't a pre-order bonus, so we'll be talking about all that as well. And I would like to, once again apologise that this project has been a bit slow up to reaching pretty much halfway through the game. As soon as we were about to enter Zephyr, we pretty much hit a wall, and that's because Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, and, you know, I've been waiting forever for that game, so I had to actually put this project aside for a moment. In fact, I just realised I've been actually going on for longer than I usually do with these recaps and whatnot, or like reflecting and whatnot, but that's because I need to talk about some things as well, because a lot of things kept stopping me from actually doing the project, and that's because of Kingdom Hearts 3, of me actually playing it, my brother playing it as well, and, you know, if anyone else is using my room or my computer, I can't actually record, plus I'd be rude, life and such with work, socialising with friends, all that builds up as well. It just happens. I can't really say anything about that, but, yeah, you know, it just happens, and I would have actually liked to have already been starting Spyro 3 at this point, because, well, I wanted to actually get to Spyro 3, but you have to get through this first. And obviously I do want to do all 3, as I said before. I'm not forcing myself to do this. Please don't think that at all. Because sometimes it might actually sound like that I'm forcing it sometimes. That's not the case at all. I don't know why I just suddenly got self-conscious about that, but it's basically just... you might think that I'm getting burned out of Spyro by doing 2 games in a row, because I don't normally do 2 of the same series, one right after another. Especially like this, but I really wanted to play this the whole trilogy at once, and I still want to continue now. It's just that, you know, the time has passed, I understand that, but I didn't want to do it because, you know, everyone else was playing the Reignited trilogy. I only played the Reignited trilogy because I wanted to play the Spyro games, but I kept holding it off because the remake was coming up, and I wanted to compare, and that's what we've been doing. And we've had some funny moments, like the game bugging out because of the new momentum physics. There are 2 major complaints, I will say that. It's the momentum, and it's sparks not grabbing gems or items properly. I don't understand why that's a thing. I guess a minor third complaint would be that when I am charging, for whatever reason, when I'm holding just full on right to turn, it's not as sharply as when I turn left. And I don't understand why that is. Maybe I am scuffing a wall every time I'm trying to turn right, I don't know. But it just feels like I have to just put on the brakes, jump to reorientate myself and then continue going. And I shouldn't have to do that. And I shouldn't have to, like, you know, keep running back and forth for health. That is one of my major complaints that really makes me annoyed when playing the Reignited trilogy, because I shouldn't have to worry about that. I shouldn't have to go back through the level again to places I've already been because I thought I already grabbed the gem, but Sparks didn't, and it's like, well, I've been here before, Sparks should have grabbed it, and I never had that problem in the original. And we haven't had a patch! Why have we not had a patch to fix these glitches yet? You look, I mean, the credits are still going on. I know, I keep harping on about that because that is like one of the major things about this. I'm at 41 minutes into recording right now, not counting cuts, because we've got a lot of cuts to do against Ripto. And, you know, the reason why I want to do a little bit more on these on the finale videos of Spyro in general, is so that, you know, if you do skip the credits, you won't have a short video. So, plus, that obviously means that the finale actually covers the after-game stuff, but then we actually go do other stuff as well. That's why I do it that way, and that's why I did it in Spyro 1. And that's what I'm going to do, not for Spyro 3 because of certain reasons, I will admit. But we will get to that when we come to it. But yeah. Another reason why I keep bringing up that the credits are super long, it just shows you how much time and effort and, like, the amount of people that they had on board working on the Reignited trilogy. And yet, some of the things just don't make sense. Like Spyro Sparks even not grabbing stuff, or Spyro not turning right when charging. I forgive the words. English are be hard. Cannot do. When it comes to charging with and flying and swimming with momentum-based physics, I can understand that because it may have felt a lot better for them. And it is more tighter when you're not doing those actions, because when you're just running around, jumping, not charging, and gliding, okay, the camera may be a little bit odd, but that's just something you have to work around because it centers the camera behind you so that you know where you're gliding to. I can understand all those as quality changes, like quality of life changes. But I can't get behind the fact that Sparks just not picking up stuff, or, you know, sometimes when I'm charging away from an enemy during a battle, a boss battle in particular, and the camera doesn't focus solely on the boss like it used to, just blows my mind. I mean, maybe it's because there is so many people, something was going to get missed, because as there's so many people, that's as many people that need to know what's going on so that everyone's on the same page, so that there's not any snafus in programming. That could be the problem, because the only other time that I've seen a credit sequence go megally long is if it was a huge, like, Kickstarter project where, like, everyone that pledged is in the credits. Like, I mean, it's not a fair comparison, but Mighty Number 9. Apparently that credits goes on 20 minutes. I've never played it, but that's what people said in reviews, and it sticks out to me, because it's like, oh, well, everyone who pledged is credited. So, that's cool. I mean, they went for the effort to actually put the names in, and they pledged, which made the project possible, so fair enough. But again, just in an even worse case, Mighty Number 9 was a major disappointment. So, which is, you know, to coin a phrase, its actual name, so, you know. But we don't talk about that because we've got Mega Man 11 now, which is, like, the true successor, and then Keiji Inafune wasn't even a part of it, and it's, like, better, and it's like, I don't know. And we're not getting into that rabbit hole. I'm just drawing comparisons at this point because these credit sequences are still going. It's something that I wanted to talk about that actually is related to the length, and I'm just trying to fill the void for you guys that are not skipping it because you just want to hear my thoughts and me babble. Plus, I've got a lot of cutting to do because for whatever reason I keep getting a clogged throat during this sequence. Might need a bit of a drink. So I might actually have to pause right after, you know, the credit sequence actually ends. But yeah, so Spyro 3 is the last of the trilogy. After we're finished with Spyro 2, which, you know, we still got a bonus episode to do, but after that, we got Spyro 3. Spyro 3 is naturally going to be the longest. I mean, the games get longer as you go. You got to get more content in there. You got to, like, change things up from the status quo. But, you know, still keep things the same so it's recognizable. I just saw Tom Kenny's name in, like, Talent, so that's pretty cool. Name sticks out like a sore thumb because he is Spyro the Durgan, but there you go. Ah, Roger Craig Smith, there he is. He's in the game. But yeah, we're actually at the end of the thing now, so that is actually pretty cool. Like, see, it's all 3 games because it gives all 3 trademarks. It's crazy that, isn't it? But yeah, after we're done with the trilogy, we will have some bonus content as well to cover that covers the whole trilogy in general. But as I keep saying, despite the problems that this remake has, it's still a really good remake. It's just that if they could release a patch that will fix all these problems I have with it, it would be perfect. But for now, it's still a really great effort. The game looks beautiful and plays decently enough. And you know what? I probably might actually play these over the originals in some regard. So guys, if you have actually joined back up after skipping the credit sequence, which once again, just like Spyro 1, is the exact same credit sequence, which fuses all 3 game credits into one, you may have joined us back, so you may have skipped all my babbling and thoughts on the project and stuff, so, you know, you can go back to that whenever you want, but we've beaten RIPTO', so, yeah, that boss fight was ridiculous, and we just immediately pop into the presence of a Nork. Did we just go back into Spyro 1 at some point? No, because we are actually in Dragon Shores. We got all of our gems back from Moneybags, just as Hunter had pretty much done for us.
Well done, Spyro. Step right into Dragon Shores Park.
And we're at Dragon Shores, which is apparently manned by Norks.
By the way, if you win 10 tokens, you can visit our theater.
Which is managed by Norks. Interesting, that. Map looks kind of all over the place. We'll get to that in a moment. A bit of water here. Can't dive into it, but at least we don't get hurt by it because we know how to swim now. Where's the tundra? There's no exit portal. This is technically treated as its own hub world, but at the same time it isn't because it's its own separate area. Without a percentage count. That's right. Unlike Spyro 1, where you can get up to 120% by first of all getting 100%, then getting an extra 20% by 100%ing Nasty's loot, you don't actually get any other collectibles above the maximum in this version of the game. Well, in any version of Spyro 2 for that matter. I mean, a lot of, you know, theories were like, oh, when the Reignited trilogy comes out, will we get new orb missions to bump it over the 100% or something? Like some removed orb missions, or maybe some of the removed levels, or maybe even a 4th hub world, as we talked about before with Spring Savannah, which is a fan thing. No, none of that happened. It's the original experience with you know, the added trophies, which we'll be getting to in a bit, which we got 25 out of 30. That's not too bad. I mean, we still got to get some skill points as well. We need to, you know, perfect Gulp, hit RIPTO' in Gulp's battle, which we can actually do without actually doing what we're going to do going to get what we get in a moment. You'll see in a minute. But it's actually really difficult because, you know, Gulp's going to be just attacking you over and over, but you don't have to do it in the same run. And, of course, we got a perfect RIPTO' as well, which, as we just saw, isn't very easy. Especially, you know, if luck isn't by your side with Hunter being a dick. And considering that I mean, maybe that was secretly the whole thing the whole time. Maybe Hunter was in cahoots, because he never actually properly challenged RIPTO', but he took down Moneybags pretty easily, but then again, Moneybags is a pushover, so what do I know? Yes, we're at Dragon Shores, where it's basically a theme park managed by Norks that are not managed by, well, not part of Nasty Nork's clan, which is actually pretty cool. So we have no beef with these guys. Which makes you wonder why Spyro said, at the very beginning of the game, before we try to get to Dragon Shores in the first place, to Sparks, last when there's a Nork. Is that technically racist? Who knows? But there's a door here that requires 100% for you to open. Let's open it. Infinite Super Flame! We do have the pattern on us, and we get a trophy for that in the Reignited version. But the pattern does disappear after a little bit of a while, because it's not going to keep that rendered throughout the entirety of the game. Plus, you know, when you go into cutscenes like talking to someone, it normally disappears anyway. But we do have Infinite Super Flame, which I believe in the original version you just keep a red hue. I believe so. There's also something about this in the original that I want to talk about, but I don't know if it works in the Reignited version as of yet. I've got to do my research on that. So we'll get to that in bonus episode.
Step right up, Spyro, and take a look at what we've got for you today. Inside this here booth, you'll find some of the most vicious creatures you've ever seen.
Try a dunking booth? Why not?
Here's a baseball to spit, sport. Take aim, shoot at the target, and watch as the terrifying creatures fall into the water below. But don't worry, you won't hurt them.
I wonder if that is just, you know, a marketing ploy, or if he actually means that, because this Yeti, remember, one of those got squished in Colossus by his own undoing. All we gotta do is hit the target. It's pretty simple. Just look at it. I mean, you're pretty much already at the right elevation. Just spit the baseball, and there you go. He's dunked.
Hey, that was pretty funny, wasn't it? Take this token for being such a good shot.
Thanks, good sir. There's 10 of these to collect.
Have another shot if you want, kid.
Because if we just pop over here quickly, if we get 10 tokens, we unlock what we were introduced to at the start.
Hey there, young fella. I'd sure like to let you into the Dragon Shores Theater, but you just haven't won enough tokens. Try visiting the other attractions first.
Win 10 tokens to enter the theatre. So, yes, this is more of a relaxation, mini-game, kind of hub world kind of thing. But you still have a little bit of a collectathon thing to do. It's just that it's not really any major collectible, so it doesn't raise your percentage. As I said, there is no percentage. In fact, there's nothing to do here at all. But those 10 orbs, those 10 tokens, excuse me, do actually equal to something. And by the way, if you have 100%ed this and got the super flame, the infinite super flame, you don't even need to use the baseball. Just use your super flame. Problem is, they don't count. You have to use the ball.
This is pretty easy, isn't it? Have another one of these tokens.
Yeah, they don't actually allow you to use your super flame because it doesn't arc.
Have another shot if you want, kid.
We want to do this 3 times. Because funnily enough, that's what's required. Hey, it's the chef! Get dunked on.
Wow, you really are a great shot. Take this. It's my last token.
Well, that's 3 easy tokens right off the bat.
Have another shot if you want, kid.
Yep, so we get another shot, and it's just another Nork. He's just sitting there chilling. Fair enough. Might as well dunk him to see what happens. That was a bounce.
Good shot, but I'm clean out of tokens. Keep shooting if you want.
I like these guys. They're charismatically awesome. I mean, they look goofy, but they're pretty cool. They're just like, hey, come try out my thing. A very stand-up guy looking dude. And now it's cycled all the way through and he's looking miserable again. Alright, so that's done. Let's go to the next attraction.
Welcome to the Dragon Shores Coaster. Here at the shores, we don't just ride, though. If you can pop all the balloons on the track, a token is waiting for you. Ready to ride?
I'm gonna save this one for later, actually. Mainly because that, well, you know, you always want to save the best rides for later. Or you want to do them first. But personally, I like to do them later because it's a nice way to cap things off.
You know, roller coasters aren't for everyone. Come on back again sometime.
Plus, not only that, it's probably one of the more difficult ones of this place. Because as you can see, it's actually kind of pretty small because we're already at the end. In fact, this one's probably the easiest one out of the lot.
Free, free, free! You pay no money down and make no monthly payments. In return, I'll give you 1 token. 1 is all I can give, but you can ride as many times as you'd like.
That's a hell of a pitch. No payments. You give me a token and unlimited rides. And there's no catch because there's no money bags. These guys are too generous. Is it because we're a dragon? Oh, it's Dragon Shores. Why would they be working here?
Hop aboard, my friend.
Alright, into the love tunnel we go. Maybe we'll get paired with Avalar. I mean, seem to, you know, be hinted towards, but, you know, that's really the only person that Spyro's actually got a smooch from. That's a bit of an odd pairing. And yeah, it's kind of funny how these are all from Avalar as well, but then again, there was just nothing but dragons in the Dragon Realm, so that would actually make a lot of sense. Where are we? Oh well! Sorry for dunking you, boy.
As promised, here's your 1 token. When you have 10 tokens, try visiting the Dragon Shores Theater.
I'm guessing you are actually supposed to do this one first, if he tells you that. Thanks for the token, and for some reason the token has Spyro's mug on the flip side. Don't understand why that is. Maybe we've earned Nasty Nork's respect, and this was like a party thing where Dragon Shores is now managed by Norks, and they're employed, and they get paid gems by the dragons or something? Who bloody knows?
Hiya, Spyro! I hear you're a pretty good shot. How'd you like to try my shooting gallery?
Yeah, why not? I've been told that I've been a good shot. By the way, I love that. Gno. I'm not a gnome. I'm a gnork, and you've been norked.
Okay, I'll set the timer for you.
I think you just have a limited flame anyway here, but yeah, because we've actually got a meter for it. So we do have a limited super flame. We have a timed super flame, because, you know, you have to have a timer somehow. But all we got to do is shoot all the duckies, and we're good. And how did that miss?
Nice shooting! Here's a token.
Yay. Pennies.
Ready for the next round?
Damn straight.
Okay, I'll set the timer for you.
Alright, so now we got these guys. I forget what they're called. But they were from Aquaria Towers and Sunny Beach, which I guess makes it the pairing, even though the inhabitants don't have the pairing.
Nice shooting! Here's a token.
Because I was talking about the pairings before, but I didn't actually draw that pairing into now.
Ready for the next round? Okay, I'll set the timer for you.
Yep, 3 rounds of this as well in order to get another 3 tokens. And we got lizards from Glimmer! Simple enough, just shoot them when they appear, and you should be good. That was easy.
Great! Here is my last token.
And then you just cycle through them all like before.
Come on back anytime, Spyro.
Thank you, good sir. And yes, there are no gems around here, as I keep on mentioning. In fact, I just realised I don't have sparks with me because I don't have any health. That's actually kind of awkward, because Sparks came back to grab the gems, but then I guess he got too tuckered out to actually come take a vacation. I just realised that is actually really awkward. We're supposed to be having Sparks with us, and we're having the vacation without him. Whoops. Sorry, buddy. Can we actually go up there by ourselves?
Welcome to the Dragon Shores Coaster. Here at the shores, we don't just ride, though. If you can pop all the balloons on the track, a token is waiting for you. Ready to ride?
I did not actually realise he would take us back. I never tried doing that before. And I didn't want to cut him off because he's doing his job.
Watch out for the other coasters out there. It's a crowded track today.
Now that sounds like a health violation. Yep. Trouble with the trolley, eh? We haven't got a cannon though. All we got to do is make sure we actually, you know... I don't know why they got a baby turtle just lying on the track. That also feels like a health violation. Seriously. Why would you have other carts going the opposite way on the track and having, like, Patreons sitting on the track and have the track still kept open while riding? I mean, hell, just making the cart itself jump. That's also a health violation.
Good job, Dragon. Here's a token for you.
At least that was an easy enough token, but it's not gonna get any easier.
Alright, I'll flip this switch, and now you can ride more tracks. See if you can pop the balloons on these tracks too.
So flipping a button somehow moves like wooden barricades that look like they've been placed by hand there. I guess it sends out a warning like, move the barricades! But yeah, now we have even more balloons to pop, more tracks to go down, and more obstacles to avoid. Trouble with the trolley, eh?
Watch out for the other coasters out there. It's a crowded track today.
You're gonna say that every time, aren't you? Well, he's doing his job. I'm not gonna cut him off for it. I'm a good boy. Now, those balloons just telegraphed that. Now, I haven't gone down any other routes yet, because I'd rather go down the main route first. I might actually take the turn off here, though. I was actually holding left, excuse me. Don't know why I didn't go that way. Well, I'll do it now. That's better. For some reason it didn't do it the other time. It's like the one time is like I wanted to turn, it doesn't turn me. And considering that we can jump, how does this work? Well, I can't actually jump during that. Auto looping like Sonic. Spyro's just trying to be everyone today. Well, we're already more than halfway through with these balloons. I like how the camera is actually doing really good tracking right here. Actually, very nice. Right, I do need to go left this time, so I'm holding left. There we go. We're getting there. Now we just got one more turn off to do, which is this bit, which is the one I was trying to do before, but for some reason didn't want to actually do. I landed on him!
Ow! That looked like it hurt. Care for another try at the coaster?
I'll cut back until I get back to that point. Okay, we're coming back up to where we were. I had to actually cut another lap because for some reason we're holding left. It just will not make the turn to this bit, so I don't understand what's going on there. The trolley looks like it's actually moving a little bit janky there, but I think that used to be like that in the original.
Hey, not bad. Here's another token.
Another token? We've still got one left to go. Oh no.
There's one more run. You're on a roll. This time you'll need to use the cannon installed on your car to shoot down balloons as well. Are you gonna give it a try?
Oh no. I am gonna have trouble with the trolley.
Watch out for the other coasters out there. It's a crowded track today.
Why would you say that when you give me a cannon? Just saying. We got 50 balloons now, but this time we got red ones, and the red ones are the ones we got to shoot. So the green ones have decreased for some more interesting red targets like that one, which is in a very stupid position. Because you can't see it until you round the corner, so I got to do another lap here. I got it! It didn't look like I was going to get it there, but I did actually get it. So that's one lap done. Personally, I would say go through the laps this time, the little small circles this first time, instead of saving them for later. Did I actually get that red one? Don't know if I did. I got that one. The cannon doesn't actually look like it's lined up enough to hit them when I fire, but I'm getting them. I didn't actually get that red one, so I've got to go for another lap. Unless I can't get it by going this way. If I keep on missing them, I'll cut until I actually get it. Don't want to keep you guys all day. I would have had to leave in the actual... I keep missing it! Had to leave the full credits in. Got it that time. There we are. Can actually finish my fort as well. Perfect. Right, I haven't actually... Can I shoot that? No, I can't. I haven't actually seen any other obstacles on the tracks other than just the babies lying down, and for some reason I'm not firing to get these red balloons. I'm being a bit of a muppet there, so I'm going to have to go for another lap just to get that. That's a problem. How are we even going around that without seatbelts? We're not even falling out of it. We're just part of the model. Wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. Well, I got it that time, so I'll cut until I get past this loop. Alright, get that. And we are in the clear.
Wow, you're a natural. You've conquered the coaster. Here's my last token.
And that's it. We got all the tokens.
Wanna ride the coaster just for fun?
And I don't need to ride it anymore.
You know, roller coasters aren't for everyone. Come on back again sometime.
What do you mean not for everyone? I just did it 3 times and failed it, like, once. I think it was for me. Considering I didn't actually fail. But yes, we have all 10 tokens. So, what does the theatre allow us to do?
Well, Spyro, it's your lucky day. You've managed to win enough tokens to enter the famous Dragon Shores Theater. Go on in and enjoy the show.
We unlock a secret movie? There's posters with Spyro on it. It actually says Spyro Reignited Trilogy. That is awesome. And it does actually look like we've got Nasty Nork up there. The dragons. Doesn't actually look like we've got anything from, you know, Spyro 2, which is our current adventure, but that would actually make a lot of sense. Have a movie of our previous adventure in Spyro 1. Maybe that's what the theatre's about. Let's see if we can check that out. Nope, it's just a cutscene viewer of all the cutscenes in Spyro 2. False advertising. And, yep, it's literally just all the cutscenes. This actually used to somehow appear in the guidebook, because that's how the menu was. I've never actually shown that, but I'll probably be having that as my finished collections. So, that's a thing. But yeah, that is just a cutscene viewer, and we have 100%, as well as an infinite super flame. Which, as I'll be saying right now, we've got a bonus episode to cover, which will be the final episode, the true final episode of this entire thing. We have 100%, but we're still missing 3 skill points, and we're still missing 3 trophies. Defeat the Ox in Metropolis without getting hit, so the Super Flame will probably help out with that. Complete Gulp's Overlook without harming any fodder, along with, you know, the 2 skill points of getting a perfect and hitting Ripto should also be easier with the Super Flame. And do not touch the lava and Skiller's Badlands. I'll just get that because, you know, I messed up on that. I don't really need the Super Flame for that. I can't just didn't get it. But with that, we will be able to have all the skill points and get ourselves our Platinum. And with that, that we may have even one more surprise under our belt involving the Infinite Super Flame. And that, guys, I'll see you guys next time for the bonus episode of Spyro 2, RIPTO'S Rage / Gateway to Glimmer, Reignited. See you guys then.